If I wasn't a rapper, I don't feel like I niggas don't be listening to Drake like that. Well. If I wasn't a rapper, I don't feel like I still would listen to Drake for real. It's just I'm a rapper, so I understand the work he put in now, like how hard he go.
Wait,
Like
why
when you
though?
ain't no rapper, all them statistics don't mean shit. A regular street nigga don't give a fuck about how many times you went number one, like how many white people listen to your shit, cause they don't even think that them niggas the farthest they think is the club. Who's selling this club out? That's who they think is the biggest niggas. Like in Atlanta, it's a lot of niggas who you really can't tell them Future ain't bigger than Drake.
That's I don't want to say this cap, but really?
On God, nigga. I used to think that. Drake ain't really no big mixtape artist like that. How you got all your Drake albums, you probably really went in the store and bought them motherfuckers.
It's on
Every
Apple
Future
Music.
album I ever heard was a bootleg. Niggas was bootlegging it or going to live mixtapes. So when nothing was the same or whatever, all that type of shit came out, nigga ain't knowing how to get to that shit.
Well, you love Drake. What do you think?
I don't know what to think about this. This is I guess it depends on where you live, man. I mean, I'm assuming that where I live and my experiences aren't everybody else's experiences. So I don't expect that just because I know who certain people are, that everybody else is gonna know who they are as well. You know what I mean? There's certain places where Drake's music probably hasn't touched. And there's local musicians who are probably way more famous than he is in that area. I can believe it. I've never been to Atlanta, but I know it's a totally different world down there, man. You know, they went through the whole pandemic with no pandemic. They stayed open the whole time. Music flows from there. They have tons of artists that come from that place. From what I've heard, it has like, as far as little areas inside of states, come Atlanta as one of the like highest populations of black people in their area. So it's a culture that, you know, they might not have all the money that it makes sense what he's saying. They might not have all the money to afford a cell phone or whatever to stream or to do all those different type of things. So they have to get their music the same way that we did back in the day. And that's bootleg. That's downloading it from a friend. That's trying to find a CD off the street block. And those CDs aren't gonna have the every single song that Drake has, if they have any, because they're made for street niggas. So I guess that's, I don't know.
I appreciate you trying, but that was the dumbest thing that I've ever heard anyone say. Not you. You tried. But no. No, what? The only thing that I could agree with him, because music is subjective, is where he said that you can go to Atlanta and some people you can't convince that Drake is a bigger artist in Future. Okay, that's fine. You could go to people at my family cookout and you can't convince them that Drake is a better artist than me. It's subjective, so that's fine.
Right.
But what? No, nigga. I'm sorry. Even the people in the streets who care about who's selling out the club, who care about the songs that are playing in the club, that's Drake. That's what he does. So 21 Savage, I'm sorry, man. You are remedial. I'm the things that come out of your mouth, and he tries to sound intelligent, and I applaud him for that. But I don't believe he is a brother who thinks before he speaks. Because when somebody asks you a question, that doesn't mean you have to respond like that. You don't have to respond instantly. You could hold up one second. Let me think about that. And you could think about it and then you could answer. He did not think about his answer. He was just like, let me try to sound intelligent and let me try to speak to something that not a lot of people are going to know about unless they're from there. No, nigga. It's Drake, period. But hey.
Atlanta, see, with Atlanta, it's harder to believe. If you told me that it was like Bubakatu Musai, a place that I've never heard of before, and they don't even have radios or anything like that, and their biggest star is Umbatu, the ukulele player, I could believe that. That's believable. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more difficult with Atlanta, but do I believe that there are some people who, if they say that, they're hating on Drake? Like, let's just put it that way. That's what they're doing. Drake because they even did a tape together, so Drake if you know Future. But You know, let's say 21 Savage have his thing. He's from Atlanta. We don't know. You don't know.
No, I know. Because although I like to sometimes describe America as a third world country, they have the internet, okay? You're not going to point into a spot in Atlanta where there is no internet, unless it's in like way in the back country. And even then, those people way in the back country, I'm sure at some point in time, they do eventually get into the city, whether it's to buy groceries. If they ain't, I'm not trying to, to stereotype like hillbillies or whatever you want to call them, but I'm just trying to say I'm sure at some point in time they have access to the internet. If there's kids around, if there's teenagers around, they know who Drake is. Not even just Drake, they know who other pop stars is. This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard anyone say.
You
Academics
gotta understand. No, but you gotta
Academics
understand.
podcast should be shut down now immediately because of this clip. Immediately shut down.
You gotta understand. Poor. Like I'm assuming 21 Savage is talking about people who really don't have money like that. And when they have to access the internet, it's not to listen to music or to go to Apple or Spotify. They literally have to use the internet just to pay a bill or to check an email or to print a resume or to do the bare essentials. And they don't really have the means to do it. It's believable, man. I'm telling you, it's believable.
Again, I applaud your efforts, but stop, because
Okay.
I'm gonna start putting
If
you.
you don't need it, if you don't want to believe it, that's up to you.
I'm gonna start putting you in that 21 Savage lane. That's not a lane you want to be in, please.
I don't know what lane that is. I'm just
remedial.
I'm just open. I'm just open to the fact that there are people who don't have it. Like
bus.
We got it.
Short bus.
So they might know who Drake
lane.
is. They might know who Drake is, but they probably know the collection of CDs that's at their cousin's house that has Future on it a little bit more than they know Drake. I'm not saying that they don't know who Drake is, because 21 never said that they don't know who Drake is. They just said that they feel like Future is a bigger artist than Drake. They know his music better.
Yeah, and that's great. That was the very first point that I made. Music is subjective, but to try to say that the reasoning behind it, street niggas don't care about it because they only care about what's going on in the club. So whether you have Wi-Fi or not, he's referring to street niggas that go to the club. Even first of all, street niggas got Wi-Fi. That's the whole reason they sell drugs, for Wi-Fi. But if they're going to the club, they're gonna hear, especially in the A, they're gonna hear Future. That's for sure. May even hear a little bit of JD, but they damn sure gonna hear Drake. I'm sorry. But anyways, if you're in public, what are your thoughts? I think that DJ Academics podcast should be shut down immediately for releasing in on the internets. But leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Somebody please get 21 Savage a book. Any book, just a book. Deuces. Just saying. Okay. What did you send me? You sent me something interesting, actually. Hold up. Where is it? I must review. Oh. All right. So I'm happy about this. Personally. Rick Ross will pay $11,000 a month in child support for his 3 kids. Now, according to TMZ, the documents say Rose also needs to pay for his kids' health insurance. That sounds about right. And extracurricular activities. That sounds about right. Figures estimated to be around $7,560. I want to know what they're signed up for. The Maybach music mogul might be required to provide additional annual payments for up to $3,000 per child. Rick also agreed to pay Brianna's attorney around $25,000, an expense that he can afford according to documents, which lists his monthly income at around $585,000 monthly. So apparently this all popped off because he decided to get his 16-year-old a Wingstop. So baby mom was probably like, oh, really now? And then she came for him. Now, the reason why I said I like this is because we know what they're hitting up Dr. Dre for.
Right.
We know what Diddy's child support looks like.
Right.
And here we got Tyrese talk about how much more do you want from me? Classic. But I think
let's not forget the young PJ Washington as well.
There you oh gosh. He had sex with a
Let's not Lest not.
But I think Rick came out pretty clean with this, man. And $585,000 a month, just over $500,000, you can easily afford this. Not even about affordability, but just what was listed as far as what he has to pay for, extracurricular, et cetera, et cetera. That's stuff that you would just do anyways, even if you were in the house. Oh, daughter, gymnastics, let's do it. Best gymnastics, by the way. Son, basketball, let's do it. Since I'm rich, let me get one of these NBA niggas to teach you some shit. I'm just saying, this seems fair to me. What are your thoughts?
Hey, shout out to Rick Ross's lawyers, who probably got paid more than this lady is getting per month for the 3 kids. Shout out to y'all for working this deal out, because y'all are the real MVPs of this deal. Rick Ross is a legend, and I'm not talking about anything to do with music. I'm talking about in the child support game. He has altered the game, flipped it, and shown men a different route to go. This is not even 10% of his monthly income for 3 different kids. For 3 different kids. And you know what? There's going to be some idiots out there who are going to be like, how come he's not giving them more money? A lot of them are going to be women. I know it. Well, how come he's not giving them more money? Oh, he's making so much money. See, ladies, this is what happens when you deal with a father who is active in a child's life. When you can prove that you're active in a child's life, the father doesn't have to pitch out as much money. Why? Because he's buying his kids wing stops. And he probably has tons of trust funds set up for these kids already. He probably has tons of other things set up for these kids already. At their birthdays, he's probably buying them lavish gifts. When you can prove that you're part of your child's life, there's less reason for the judge to say, yes, and I want you to give your wife this much money as well. So, it's a lesson to ladies and a lesson to men, really, if you want to pay attention to it, especially the PJ Washingtons out there who judge their baby making and reproduction skills off the beauty of a lady, as opposed to, the more important things, as like, is she a good person and is she likable? And
no. Nobody cares about those things. No, we don't.
No personality. No personality.
No.
It's what's funny. What's funny is, you remember. Well, even now, if you were to be set up with somebody and you were to be set up on a blind date, and describe what she looks like. Describe what you look. You're talking to one of your girlfriends, hooking you up with another girlfriend, right? And you're like, describe what she looks like. Describe what she looks like. And she's like, man, she has a great personality. She's so funny. She's like, you're like, yeah. But like, what she look like though? Like, well, she'll make you laugh all day long. Back in the day, you used to look at them girls and be like, all right, she ugly. We're not trying to deal with that no more. Shit like this, this child support type of stuff makes me looking at those personality girls a little bit different, man. I might have to get some of them in the DMs.
Look, man, I really can't say anything else but facts. Beauty is skin deep. And Brittany Renner, the garbage can with a pulse, excuse me, she's just proof of that. So
shout out to Rick Ross. Yeah, shout out
to Rick Ross. Man, by the way, hold up.
I'm so proud of you.
Claps to his baby moms, because I don't know.
She tried it.
I don't know how toxic it is or whatever, but
she tried it.
Hey, it worked here. So, and it takes two. And to me, I'm looking at this as a W. Viewing public.
Did you get to the part of the article where it listed the baby mama's monthly income?
No.
$142.
Sounds about right to me.
This is the lady coming for Rick Ross. Get a job.
Sounds about right to me. So I feel like she knows her limits and she's staying within it. That's going to apply to a lot of things we talk about on this podcast.
It's so ironic. That's a lottery slogan.
Yeah.
Casino.
Viewing public, what are your thoughts here, man? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay.
Very nice. Very nice.
I had to top it off with that. Now, so apparently Drake is collaborating with the NBA
Whoa.
I just want to just let that sink in for a second.
Fire.
The NBA. So leading into the 2021-2022 season tip-off, OVO is partnering with the, again, NBA to release an exclusive capsule collection celebrating 6 iconic world champion franchises. The franchises include the Toronto Raptors, but of course, Los Angeles Lakers, of course, Chicago Bulls, hello, Boston, absolutely, Miami Heat, of course, and the New York Knicks. What a great 6 to choose from. Hey, I get it. The six God. So the collection is proudly made in Canada, of course, and features classic OVO styles. So it doesn't really speak to any price points here, but you can get a little gander at some of the attire. I just think, look, you're not going to catch me wearing this. I would wear it if there was some sort of an endorsement attached to it.
You don't think these are fire? You don't think? Okay. Do you think these are look good? First of all.
Yeah. First, of course, they're Letterman jackets.
Okay. So
They're
then
Letterman
why are we not representing the boy? Why are you not representing the boy?
So again, you're not going to catch me wearing this. I'll reserve the reason why, but I think it's kind of obvious. Unless there was an endorsement deal attached to it. But what I really want to speak to is I just think this is a dope move. I think the business for that is required for a deal like this to happen is incredible. And I think when people do that Jay-Z Drake comparison, you have to remember where Jay-Z started. I'm not talking about the air quote drugs, talking about music to fashion. You have to remember where Drake started, not talking about acting, music to fashion. Drake is, I'm sorry, man. We don't have to have that conversation, but he's kind of doing what Hove did and possibly on a larger scale. I don't have the numbers for what the OVO brand as far as the clothing has brought in, but I'm sure it's very high. And I know Rockaware was somewhere in the 80 million range. So viewing public, if you got those numbers, please leave it in the comments. But I don't know what else to tell you, man. If you think that Jay-Z is the king and he's got the crown because he's done the most, I agree with you. But I think Drake might be heading for that spot. What are your thoughts?
I don't know how this guy always finds a way to compare Drake to somebody else. Just let the boy live. Let the boy live. It's not his fault that Jay-Z decided to go and give us the blueprint twice. It's not his fault. Jay-Z decided to do that. So now we just follow the blueprint. It's what you're supposed to do. It's how evolution happens. And the boy is taking his own route. You know, Jay-Z decided to go NFL. This is NBA. This is totally different. There's no comparison here. Jay-Z's doing different things completely. What's being done in this picture right here could not be done by Jay-Z. Only the boy could pull this off right here, man. These things are fire. I don't know how much they're going to cost. I do know that they drop. Well, I guess today, technically, they drop. They have Pure People as the spokespeople. New York spokesperson is Bobby Shmurda. I think Chicago's is Chief Keef. Los Angeles is Drakeo the ruler. And then I haven't seen anybody else's yet. But we already know the Raptors is probably going to be Drake himself. Like, why else? It's got to be the boy for that one. But man, they're full tracksuits. There's hats to go with them too. These things they're going to be mad expensive. Like me personally, I'm not going to have one either because I don't have the $5,000 that these things are probably going to cost. But they are going to sell out.
All right, fine. Since you admitted it, then I'll admit it. When I was saying I wouldn't wear it and I'll keep the reasons to myself, but it'll be obvious, I just assume people piece it together by my little H&M t-shirt.
No.
I ain't going to be able to go for it.
Don't do that, boy. Don't do that,
ahead.
Man. Don't listen. You are a fashionable guy, okay? Everybody has their own different style.
I didn't
and
say
you bring your
anything.
style to the table.
I didn't say anything about not being fashionable. I just talked about my budget for fashion. I can't afford this stuff. That's why I said if it was an endorsement deal, then yes, I'll wear it to sleep. I'll wear it in the shower and all that. But yeah, they're dope. They're fire.
And if it's a full tracksuit, yeah, maybe if they had socks, I'd be able to get the socks on layaway. But you know, they look nice from a distance. I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm curious to see how much they cost. Is really what I'm curious to see. They do drop. If you are watching this and you did buy one or you are looking to buy one, Please let us know how much they cost in the comments. Please let us know what one you copped and how quickly they sold out, because these things is going to be gone quick.
Viewing public, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm serious about that endorsement deal, man. Like,
No, listen, I'm with you too. Drizzy Drake, at this point, you must have seen one of our videos. I don't know why, but I'm just assuming that you have, because they're great. So I'm assuming that you've seen one. At this point, man, listen, you give us each a jacket. We will literally just walk wherever you want us to walk. Like, not the Diddy cheesecake type vibes. Not Diddy cheese. Whoa. Not Diddy cheesecake type vibes.
I will take it a step further.
Okay.
I will literally commit a crime in the jacket, so I make the news and it gets the media attention that it deserves.
Which jacket are you wearing? Which jacket are you wearing for the robbery?
Naturally, I'm going to wear the Toronto jacket. What the hell?
I thought you were going to say naturally. I thought naturally you're going to wear New York. I thought you were going to go there with it, but that's cool.
No. I'll definitely keep it local. But viewing public, what are your thoughts? What are you willing to do for a Klondike bar? No. But leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to show you Jay-Z, boys on your heels, man. Deuces.
Yo, thanks for watching that video, making it all the way to the end. You made it this far, you have to like. Please subscribe and comment on the video as well. Join the conversation.
Absolutely. We finally hit our goal of 500 subscribers. Yes, we are trying to get to 1,000. And we can only do that with your help. You can start by watching that next video. You see that tiny little icon? Click on that icon, rinse and repeat. Deuces.
Deuce.